Fire can warm or consume, water can quench or drown, wind can carry or cut. And so it is with human relationships. We can both create and destroy, nurture and terrorize, traumatize and heal each other. This is the perfect line where I can associate the most memorable and its most cherishable learnings that I've got from the book that I just finished to read, entitled The Boy Who Was Raised as a Dog, and Other Stories from a Child Psychiatrist's Notebook. It was written particularly by Dr. Bruce D. Perry and Maya Salvitz in 2006 and was originally published in the United States of America. Dr. Perry is arguably the world's leading expert on childhood trauma, and this book shows why one of the things I appreciated about Perry's work is his gentle tone and humility. Obviously, he's a brilliant man, but he's so thoughtful and caring as well with the way that he handles each of his patients and their loved ones. Basically, each chapter of the book highlights a different case of a child that Perry and his team have helped heal and recover from severe trauma such as physical abuse, sexual abuse, severe neglect, religious abuse, children that witnessed violence, including here the murder of their own parents, and even the little boy that spent 5 years being raised as a dog. Oh man, it's evident that throughout the book that while Dr. Perry is a psychiatrist, he understands the value of taking a holistic approach to treatment for each of his patients. He's keenly aware of how both environmental and family upbringing can shape a child for better or for worse. Upon reading this book, I cannot deny the fact of consistently asking myself as an individual and as a reader of what traumatized children can teach us about loss, love, and healing. It opens my mind as wide as possible to different situations, methods, solutions, to specific children who have been exposed to traumatic experiences. It's certainly not an easy read, especially around chapter 6. There's this moment that I take a break because I was so overwhelmed by it as I read the tragedy. However, none of that should hinder anyone from reading and learning from this book. So with all of that said, do yourself a favor and have a time to read this book. Please, this work should be a mandated reading material for teachers, coaches, police officers, or anyone that works with children who have been the victims of abuse. So if you or a loved one suffered childhood trauma, then read this book. I honestly cannot think of anyone who wouldn't benefit from reading Perry's work. In the end, to give more my one last insight in the mentioned literary piece, let me share a new principle that I've got, which I am very proud to tell to anyone, most especially to those people who deserves to hear this. And this would be about the more healthy relationships a child has, the more likely he will be able to recover from trauma and thrive. Relationships are the agents of change, and the most powerful therapy is human love, as said by Dr. Bruce D. Perry. Besides, the core lessons these children have taught me are relevant for us all, because in order to understand trauma, we need to understand memory. And in order to appreciate how children heal, we need to understand how they learn to love, how they cope with challenge, and how stress affects them. Indeed, this book urges readers to reach out to vulnerable children in the sure knowledge that small acts of kindness makes a difference. That's why I am wearing blue ribbon that signifies for advocating a stand against child abuse and encouraging others to do the same, which my heart is very close to as I do different initiatives and volunteerings about children. Indeed, it's about relationships over referrals, love over diagnostic labels. Thus, resilient children are made, not born. To conclude, I hope you like my thorough book review. Thank you.